This is another activity I do to show how moon phases work. I have a variety of spheres painted half dark and left half light. Here I have taken styrofoam balls, dipped them in black paint, put a skewer in them, and they are standing in cups of sand. A side note, I do not recommend the smooth styrofoam balls. The paint does not stick very well and chips off, and in other places you can't get it off. I recommend the bumpy ones. They also look more like the moon's surface with all the pockmarks. You also don't have to put the balls in cups of sand. If you can get them to stick to your walls with double-sided sticky foam, then you can leave them up for days and the concept can be reinforced with your students for a longer period of time. I then place the cups of sand around the room, making sure that the lit side of the moon, in each case, faces the position that I have chosen for the sun. In this case, it's the active board at the front of the room. Notice that all of the spheres have the lit side facing the sun and the dark side facing away. Each ball is the same, and I make sure that I walk around and look at all of them with my students from all angles. I want them to see that the moon is half lit and half dark in every one of these situations, because next we will look from the Earth's perspective, and that's not what we will see. So it's important that they understand that that is really the way it is. Now we will move to the center of this circle and look at each of the 8 phases that have been placed around the room. But this time we're looking from Earth's perspective. Here we only see the dark side. Here a little bit of the lit side. Here half and half. Most of the lit and a little bit of dark. All of the lit side. Mostly lit, but going the other way. Again, half lit. Just a tiny crescent, and the new moon again. Once again, the phases are new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, up higher so that it isn't eclipsed, waning gibbous, third quarter, and waning crescent. And back to the new moon. Next, I will move to a bird's eye perspective because most of the diagrams students will see in books are from this angle. Here I have a wooden ball that is flat on the bottom, and I've dipped half of it in black paint. Students draw an earth and a sun on their paper, and then they move the moon around, making sure that they keep the lit side facing the sun. This is a great formative assessment because if they do not have the ball facing the right way, I can tell what part of the problem is in their understanding of moon phases. If they have their moon facing the wrong way, I walk around the room and continue to turn the lit side toward the sun until they understand. When they have a clear grasp of the direction that the moon's lit side must face, then I walk around quizzing them, saying, "Show me a third quarter," and making sure they put the moon in the proper position and the proper orientation. Or show me a full moon, show me a new moon, show me a waxing crescent. For students who are still struggling, they can turn the bird's eye view into a view from Earth again, just like we did with the styrofoam balls around the room. They can look from the angle of the Earth at the moon by looking across the Earth they have drawn on their paper to see what moon phase is visible. Finally, we are ready to see that there aren't just 8 moon phases, that the moon continues to change each day a little bit throughout the 28-day cycle. I don't always go into the fact that it's 29 days depending on how you count it. We cut apart a moon calendar that I've printed and we spread out each phase, again making sure that the lit side in the picture faces the sun that they have drawn on their paper. Obviously, the new moon will not always be the first day of the month, nor will the full moon be exactly halfway through. So sometimes I will give them different months so that they can see it's not about what day you're looking at on the calendar. It's about the number of days in the moon cycle. So with our activities, we have gone from three-dimensional and very concrete to a bird's eye view, which we can then turn into a two-dimensional view. Now we are ready to move on to a diagram.